This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
G'day, team.
Hey,
On
everyone.
the show today, we talk about being ghosted hard because the former Premier of our state, Mark McGowan, said, nah, not going to talk to you again. Don't need ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. How many times have you bought condoms from your son?
From your son
So
or
for your son.
You said it's not for me.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, sure it's not.
The governor joins us, Jeremy McGowan.
And Mel Buttle dropped by.
And there's just some other tomfoolery and just some good times. Some good times.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Wake up!
On Nova 937. Let's go!
It's 6:04. Nathan and Sean, happy Friday.
Great to be here.
Yes.
Nat, I just said to you, wearing a lot of power jackets this week. Is this an intimidation thing towards
Well,
me, Nathan?
I wore a blazer yesterday and I'm wearing
Sean,
a blazer today. Is that
I'm
it?
going to tell you right now, I'm
Okay.
not intimidated in a powerful woman in a powerful jacket. I think you go do what you need to do, girl. You smash that glass ceiling. And you know what? I'll sweep up the shards.
You're a very modern man, as opposed to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's
Who's carrying in the corner? What's
Sean
he
thinks
doing?
your outfit's missing an apron.
Yeah, obviously that's where I'm going wrong.
You know my soul.
Remember those boob aprons that everyone was buying their dad?
that's right. Yeah. Wearing around the barbecue.
How many have you got?
Very inappropriate. Big set of norks.
On the show today, comedian Mel Buttle is going to be joining us here in the studio.
We are doing a $4,000 one-question quiz today for McCains
right.
Pub Trivia.
Oh,
$4,000.
$4,000. So we're going to be asking someone one question. If they answer it right, $4,000, and we're not leaving until we give that money away.
God, that is absolutely brilliant.
How good is it?
Jeremy McGowan will be joining us. That's what he gets paid an hour.
Yep, Give Me More as well is happening. Another chance to win cash.
Have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
How good's a what if tip?
Fremantle's in there, Darwin, Bendigo, Airlie Beach.
Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
I was speaking to my mate over in the East Coast on the just a couple of days ago, Dennis, and he gave me a call, and I'm just asking him what's been. He goes, "Oh, mate, just had to run to the shops yesterday. You wouldn't believe it." He was sitting in the car with his son, Sam, and he said, right, I'm just got to go in. I'm going to go in and I've got to get some jocks for something, some food items, just a couple of
basic
bits and
necessities.
pieces. Yeah. And he's a guy who needs to be in and out in 5 seconds. So before he runs in there, his son Sam says, Dad, can you buy me some condoms?
How old, Sam?
17.
Oh.
Yeah. And he said, yeah, no
And when the
worries.
kid just asked like that, he's not embarrassed about that conversation.
I couldn't ask. I just couldn't.
There's a few issues with it. I mean, then, because usually there should be a follow-up question of what size. And you don't really, I don't think you want to know that. Do that
I
about
guess
your,
if it's your
about
son,
your
you
child.
know
Yeah, you've got
already,
an
don't you?
idea, yeah.
You're like, oh,
How would you know?
You get the large ones then.
My dad has not
Genetics.
seen me naked.
Genetics, Nathan. You
Oh,
just assume your parents
people
are
are
down.
different.
Growing up. Anyway, so he's like, yep, no worries. Which funny conversation
That
itself.
flabbergasts me, but anyway.
Yeah. So he said, anyway, he ran in there, got a basket full of stuff, all different things, and he's just scanning it through as fast as he can, so he can self-checkout, so he can get out of there. And he gets to the end where he grabbed 3 packets of condoms. 3.
Well, I mean, I guess he wants him to be safe.
Yeah.
And he goes, out of everything that he scanned through, these things would not scan.
Oh.
So then he's got to call someone over for help.
Then he's got to call someone over for help.
the,
He lives in a small country town where everybody knows everybody anyway, and he's sitting there trying to scan these condoms that just wouldn't go through.
3 boxes.
So what happened?
Well, of course, he just says, well, they're not for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then,
'cause
of course,
And of
straight
course,
away-
yeah, protesting too much, and everyone's like, oh my God, he's buying
These aren't mine. I'm just trying to
condoms
get...
by the 3 boxfuls.
Yeah. And everyone obviously is looking because there's a stop down in the
Yeah,
old
of course.
self-checkout. So
It's like, they're
grab that
not,
bag.
no, really, they're not for me. No, they're not for me. Did he go and drag the 17-year-old kid in? Go, they're for him?
No, he took it on the chin in the end, knowing that everybody knew that he was walking out with a packet of condoms.
3 packets
I
of
don't think
condoms.
when telling
three.
a story about buying many boxes of condoms, you can use the phrase "took it on the chin," Sean. You keep them in different sentences.
Sometimes you got to deny.
Well, no,
Yes.
Well, it's not. It's not
no,
yours. It's not
that's the
yours.
sad thing about this situation is that they weren't for him, and people thought he was lying. I lied. I would say that.
So you're the flip side. to
On the
this
flip side,
scenario.
I would say I would blame an imaginary friend, and it was for two food issues. Number one, when I was addicted to dim sims. I would go into that
Yes.
dim sim place, and then the lady would go. Then it was just fine. It was like no, we didn't really have a relationship, me and the dim sim lady. And then suddenly we got to know each other because I was going there every day. And then she was like, "Oh God, one day you like eating dim sims," and that shamed me, put me in a shame spiral.
Yes, yes.
So then the only thing I said, "Oh, they're not for me. They're for my friend Stephen."
Stephen.
I go and see him every day after work and drop him off.
He
And
loves
I
the
know,
dim sim.
it's insane. And then every day it was like, I'd have to go, "Oh God, Stephen's health, isn't it terrible?" Anyway, so then it got to the point where the lies were getting too much and I had to stop
Well,
going
you were
there.
enabling Stephen, that's why.
I was, and I made a New Year's resolution to
To stop enabling
to
Stephen.
stop
well.
eating dim sims, and I did really well. But the other time is Subway when I would get shamed
You're
by their look. The sandwich
Well,
artists
they're
would give
artists,
me
Nathan.
when I would order my version of surf and turf, which is salami and tuna. And then they would they go, "Oh,
They're
salami
flavours
and tuna."
that
They'd
don't go together,
and
Nathan.
they'd pull this face at me, and then I'd just go like, "Oh yeah, that's from my friend Stephen."
Stephen.
I know, isn't it disgusting? I've told him it's gross. Let me go. I go in the car and eat the footlong.
And then your six dim chaser. No problems here. It's fine. All right, we want to talk about it. Have you had to say it's not mine, and whether you were lying like
Like
Nathan
me?
or telling the
Yeah.
truth like Shorty's mate?
Yeah, yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. It's
People-
not for
people
me.
looked at
It's not
you.
for me.
It's not for me. 13, 24, 10. The people telling the truth and the liars. We're going to give somebody $300 to spend at Retrovision.
Nice.
That will be for you. RSC members get 10% off all eligible brands this weekend only at Retrovision.
All right, it's not for me. And do you think people believed you? Or do you reckon, no, they went, no, that's
Oh, no, they
definitely
never
you.
believe
That's
you.
definitely for you. As
And
they-
if your name's Stephen and you've been playing for many food issues over the years,
It is
give
up.
us a call.
Corey, good morning.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi,
Good, Corey. Now, have you had to lie about a purchase and say it's not for me, or was it really not for you?
Yeah, it was really not for me. I used to, on the way to primary school, I had to go into the deli and ask for a pack of Winnie Gold 25s for me mum. And then, we used to get sent in with the money to the deli, and then the guy wouldn't give them to us. He would walk them out to the car because mum was still in her PJs, so she didn't want to go into the deli.
So,
You know
that's
what?
a great deli owner for starters.
Okay, so, Corey, how old are you?
I'm 35 now.
35, right. So, about 10 years older, right?
Yeah.
So, 10 years
Yeah.
before that happened to you, Corey, they wouldn't walk you out to your car. They'd just give you a whole carton.
Yeah. Here you go,
You could
son.
literally be 5. No, take 3 cartons. It's all right, mate. Don't worry about it.
But if you're a person who frequents there, they would know, oh, yeah, you're just buying them for the old lady. Or...
And I love that Mum won't. She needs the cigarettes. She's not prepared to get out of the car in her pajamas. She's got her standards.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
We're definitely regulars there on the way to school.
Yeah.
the way to school.
Go in and get mummy's
Just lob
Winnie
it there.
Gold.
Winnie
Corey,
Gold.
what a childhood. What a time to be alive.
No, just even think about that. I think anyone around our age group has been sent to the shops if your parents smoke to buy a packet of cigarettes for your parents. Isn't that terrible?
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's actually,
I mean, I
it's
wasn't.
actually terrible.
Not only were they not smokers, but it was 40 cases in the shop.
Oh, yeah, like that.
Farm up
Bugger that.
changes that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Amazing.
so we are talking about being in a scenario where you are either lying about something not being for you or you are doing the opposite of that.
That's right. You are actually legitimately buying something for somebody else, but you're embarrassed by the purchase. So you have to loudly proclaim, it's not for me.
For sure. So Corey at the moment's leading for this $300 to spend at Retrovision. But if you want to put your hand up for it,
Now's a
do
good
it
time.
now.
Let's see what's happening with Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hey guys, how are we going?
Good,
Hey,
Joe.
Joe.
All right, so were you the liar or were you telling the truth?
I was hoping to lie, but the person behind the counter knew exactly what was going on.
Okay.
Talk us through it, Joe. What happened?
So I was 17 at the time, and I had a new partner at this time. And we're in a small country town. I thought, it's time to, do the deed with.
We
So
understand.
what you're saying, Joe, is sex is fun.
We understand the concept,
You
Joe.
thought, okay, let's
Absolutely.
take this on.
So
Righto, Joe.
we'd done the consensual thing. We were planning it out.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I can't buy any condoms in the local town because everyone's going to know.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd drive an hour away and get to Big W.
Yeah.
Pondering the condom section, finally decide which one I want and decide to leg it to the counter. Get to the counter and look up, and it's her best friend.
So what do you do? What's the conversation, Joe? You just put I don't know, you just
There was
hand over
no conversation.
Yeah, no.
She just looked at me, smiled, and I was like, okay, it's time to get out of here. As I go out, the beepers go off, and she has to walk over and double-check the bag again.
Oh, Joe!
No.
They just did that on purpose, Joe, just to
Yeah.
embarrass the shit out of you.
Yeah. But you know what, though?
I think so.
Did you hear the subtle flex, though? Joe buys his condoms from Big W.
Oh!
You know what the W stands for?
Yeah, because Big D wasn't open.
Thanks, Joe. Mandy's in
Willies.
Harrisdale. Morning, Mandy.
Good morning, how are you?
Hey,
Mandy.
Mandy. Okay, so you're buying something. It's a little bit embarrassing. And
Just a bit. So I wanted some hemorrhoid cream.
Yes.
So I skulked around the chemist for a little while and I found it, took it to the counter and I said, it's for my mum. If it's the wrong brand, can she bring it back, please? And they looked at me and I said, yes, of course. How embarrassing. And you know what? I didn't even end up using it because it's got some kind of applicator or something on it. I thought it would just be a cream, but it wasn't. So there you go. What a waste of money.
Oh, applicator. Does that mean you shove it up your bum?
Oh!
Yeah, no.
So was it going up your bum, or was it like, because some people use it for their eyes, to depuff eyes,
No,
don't
no.
they?
Yeah. For my eyes, Nathan. That's the way.
I
There
think,
you go.
Mandy, you're mispronouncing us.
There you go, Mandy. Use it, put that one in your back pocket. I've got very puffy eyes. And I'm going to need 4 applicators. 4 anal applicators, please. But I've got
For
very
your
puffy
eyes?
eyes.
Thank you so much, Mandy. All right.
$300 to spend at Retrovision. RAC members get 10% off all eligible brands this weekend, only at Retrovision. Going to give it to Joe with the condom stories.
I had
driving
to
it.
drive an hour to
An
buy
hour?
them. And then it's
Fair
to be your
commitment,
friend's
Joe.
bestie selling them to me. Nice week, Joey.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Noviz, go! If you're an experienced miner or maintenance tradie, McMahon is the place to be. If you're experienced in winning cash, then keep it here on Nova.
Time to play Gimme More with McMahon, our contestant, the very delightful Alicia from Berkshire Grove. Good morning, Alicia.
Morning.
Morning, Alicia.
Alicia, we are pinning all of our hopes and dreams on you.
Yeah.
All week we've been trying to give some of this money away and really hoping that people go for the $500, the third
Oh, for
question.
sure, yes.
And then on
But
the
it's
third
risky.
question, which I think have been very answerable all week, people have failed. Do you have what it takes, Alicia?
I really hope so.
I do too.
What's your general knowledge like, generally?
It's
I
general.
teach at a high school, so I feel like it's pressuring.
Dude.
What subject do you
Maybe okay.
teach, Alicia?
I teach English.
Okay.
Oh,
have
okay.
any- okay.
Wow.
But remember, it's not English lit.
Yeah,
She's
but that's all
only
the drama
teaching
comes into
English.
that.
She's only teaching English.
All right, Alicia. Your first question
I think she'll get this.
for $100.
Actually, it'd be an indictment, wouldn't it?
Okay, Alicia. Spell the word terrible.
Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
clear as day.
You are correct.
I thought that was a no.
You've won $100. Now,
Okay.
would you
Thank
like
you,
to
Mom.
play for two? I'm going to ask you. Hang on, settle down. If you can say, give me more to try for $250. Would you like to do that? Would you like to take your $100 and go home?
I'll go for give me more.
Okay, give me more.
Wants you to give
She
her
wants
more,
more.
Sean.
She wants more, Sean.
You ready?
It's not the first time I've
Oh,
heard that, mate.
okay. I don't know.
Here we go.
Alicia, your question. Who is the captain of the Fremantle Dockers AFL team?
Time's up, Alicia.
Alex, I did know it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
it's Alex Pearce, isn't it?
yeah, it was.
No joy. You've blown it. Alicia, you've blown it.
You and your bloody dockers, Sean.
Alex Pearce has got wonderful hair,
It doesn't
mate.
matter though about his hair. His hair doesn't give her money.
okay, wait.
His hair doesn't give her
And
money.
in fact, his hair took money away from her. Sorry,
That's
Alicia.
okay. Thank
No,
you.
it's not okay.
And we are very much in support of teachers getting money, and now it's not
Oh,
happening.
apparently not you two.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
I wasn't on the timer.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
9th of June, of course, today, my daughter's birthday. She's a teenager officially right this moment. 13.
I know, and the disgusting thing is she was born while we were still doing this job.
Yep.
I know.
It was a sunny day back then, hence
Yep.
the name.
Yeah, you guys actually thought that would be a
Threw
name.
it out there, yeah.
it
Like
was
that
part of
West
it.
The day before, she was going to be called Gustily Winds.
Sonny, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Happy birthday,
Just having a bit of a
Sonny.
shindig.
Getting for her birthday.
Oh, you know, just girl stuff.
What,
know.
just pillow fights and...
There'll be all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep
Nail
over tonight.
polish.
There's a bit of a part. There's a bit of a shindig going on. Guess what? There's boys coming.
What?
Yeah.
She goes to an all-girls school. Who are,
Yeah, no,
who
it's
are
full
these
on,
boys?
This is full on. So I don't know how I'm going to go
Has she
with
got a
this. Actually, I
boyfriend?
know I'm going to go.
Has she
'cause
got a
I've
boyfriend?
I've got footy on tonight. She got a boyfriend? No, she will not. I hope not.
You just went through a
No
range of
boyfriends.
emotions.
No boyfriends. No boyfriends. Sonny, too young.
A
Happy
quick
birthday. I love you.
to my niece Missy, who turned 17 yesterday. Alyssa, unbelievable. I know. Oh, it was also Harry's nephew's birthday.
Oh, there you go.
It's the week for it, eh?
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Joined by a very special guest in the studio right now,
Yeah.
comedian Mel Buttle.
Hi, Mel.
Morning.
Hey, Mel.
Now, what I enjoy about you is you seem really nice on the TV,
Thank you.
and then sometimes when you meet people off the TV, they're
Yeah.
monsters. And you're not. You're even nicer in real life. Genuinely.
That's huge.
Genuinely.
Yeah. My
So you're
mum
not a
says
monster?
you can tell. You can tell
Authentic.
who's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell who's
Tell.
not. You
And
can tell who's not.
What's the
I think you can.
tell signs, Mel? Has your mum got a list?
You just get a vibe off someone. You
Yeah,
think, I reckon
do.
she wouldn't be a nice person. It's often the women who aren't nice, according to my mum. The men are lovely blokes.
Do you ever get that thing where they ask, I could be friends with that? I could be
Oh,
friends
we'd get
with
on.
her.
Yeah, my mum would be
we'd get
friends
on
with
for sure.
Georgie Parker for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, I think everyone would.
so much to talk about. All
Yeah.
Saints, what happened? Bring it back, you know? Yeah.
How's Von?
I always wanted Von to be my nurse too. Yeah.
Yes.
She was the best.
I know, you know why? Because she's making people better with a bowl cut.
Yes, exactly.
And I like that.
She was no nonsense.
Good girl with a bowl cut.
I love how you automatically now just slip into Lynn's voice, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, you know, you've made TikTok your own, being Lynn in a dressing gown, and that's your mum entirely, do you think? Or
Look, for legal reasons, I say it's a mashup of a few people, but yeah, it's my mum, obviously.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's my mum's voice. That's now the voice in my head.
yeah,
Yeah.
How are you going with the TikToks?
Look, it's all right. It's,
Yeah.
you know, it comes at you thick and fast on there.
It's a lot, isn't
Doesn't
it?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it seem like homework though sometimes?
Oh,
We
I would
talked
think
about it
it would.
before. So your Instagram and TikTok's huge, Twitter huge, but yeah.
Because the younger generation, they seem to just create content like automatically, whereas for us, we just go,
Yeah.
nah, it's not good enough for anyone to see.
oh,
Yeah, I think our gen, we think it has to be movie level.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not them. It's just them walking down the street going,
Yeah.
vibes.
Isn't it amazing? There's the generation that takes photos of things and the generation that puts the camera towards themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very astute, Nathan.
Isn't it amazing? So we would when we go on holidays, we're taking a picture of, a beautiful
Yes.
sunset or whatever, and the only way you'll see the sunset from those generation is if they're in it.
yes, reflected in
Through
their
a selfie.
sunglasses.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, get
Isn't
you
that-
on 60 Minutes. Wowee.
Thank you so much.
Go spotlight these days.
Now, Perth holds a special place in your heart, doesn't it? Because you lived here.
I lived here. I
Yes.
started comedy here because...
I know because I saw you.
Yes, you
I
were
saw you-
around.
yes, in your raw comedy heat.
I
saw
was
you.
shocking. Thank you, Nat.
I know because I was one of the judges that night.
I was bad.
You weren't terrible. You
I
weren't.
wasn't.
They were way worse than you.
Oh, God,
But I
that's
think there were a
good.
couple
That's
of
huge.
standouts that night, and that was probably.
Yeah.
And it's like, there goes her career, and now look at you. So what do I know?
Yeah, I know. You were wrong, and that's upsetting for you.
That's right. I
Yeah.
know. I own it.
Well,
You're
we did
great.
say the song Umbrella was never going to be a hit.
So
Oh, yeah, no one will
The
go
first
for
time we
that.
ever heard that, we stormed into our music person and said, "Get this shit off the radio." And she's
the
singing
song
about an umbrella.
and she's
And
never going
no one is
amount
going
to anything.
and then suddenly it's like
You're
the
singing it.
song of the century.
And Rihanna's done okay.
Yeah.
She seems to be keeping her head above water. Yeah. I mean, the interest rates would be hurting her.
Yeah, sure.
So when you were living here, so where did we live? Talk to me about your Perth life.
So I lived right in the CBD opposite the Wellington Street bus station.
Oh, Basil Zemplis will be like
Yes,
hearing
loves
that.
the city
Wants
resident.
people getting into the city.
Sorry to show off. It was $265 a week rent for my entire apartment to myself.
Probably more than that now.
Yeah. Did you reckon that's gone up?
Yeah, probably just a little bit. Probably gone up $200 in the last 3 weeks.
Brutal. And I worked in the city, and I didn't have a car, and I got the train to Fremantle.
Where did you work in the city?
I worked for the arts department of the WA government.
Oh, that's a bit next week.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
I thought you would have worked at Portman's or something.
No, I'm very clever.
Portman.
Not saying that people that work at Portman's aren't.
So you're how did you end up over? Because you're a Queenslander.
Yes. I was a teacher in Queensland. I hated it. And to get out of teaching so my parents would let me go, I had to go and do a big move, which is like, I've been offered a job in Perth. And
but you hadn't?
Yeah, I know. I made it up. So I got on a plane. I worked at an all-girls school here for a bit.
Yeah.
And I was a mess. You know when you're in your 20s and you're like, I'll work it out. And I'm sleeping on a girl who was at Whopper's couch for like a year. A nightmare.
When you're sleeping on someone's couch, do they respect the lounge room as your bedroom, or do you have to wait for everyone to be done with watching the TV before you can go to bed? How does it work?
We had a sliding partition to get... See, the problem was the bathroom was out the back of her bedroom, so I was constantly going, excuse me, sorry, knock, knock. Or just holding in a wee overnight for 8 hours.
Yeah,
God,
sure. Just lots of bladder infections.
I can't ask Janice again. I've done 2 wees in an hour.
So
she gets a collection of 10 coffee cups in her bed.
Has she gone on to greater things?
She has, yeah. She's a comedy actress. She's done really well. Yeah, she's great.
That's so funny.
So you might have assumed she might have been nothing as well, Nat.
I know. That's right. I'm a terrible judge of these things. Can we talk about your stint on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Oh, I love to. Please bring it up.
No, because I empathise with you completely. Because I also cannot stand snakes. Absolutely deathly terrified of them.
Yes.
And so, but I also would never go on that show because of the snakes. That thought didn't enter your mind before?
Oh, geez. How to answer that without giving things away?
Oh, okay. Did they promise that you wouldn't have to do anything with snakes?
I don't know. They sort of said, don't you worry about snakes, Mel. There's men that watch the camp 24 hours a day, and they used to be in the army, and they've got all the snakes out of here, and that we've got cameras, and they've picked all the snakes up and carried them away. And they were like, if you get put in a challenge with a snake, let us know how you're feeling. And there was a lot of safety barriers.
Isn't it crazy? Because you go, well, I can let you know now that I'm not feeling good about it.
Yeah.
So maybe don't put that challenge in my face.
Let's say I'm at a 10 now thinking about it, with picturing a cartoon snake in my head.
For me, the snakes, all that sort of stuff would be fine. It's the chewing of testicles
and anus.
Anus and
Is it?
It's really weird, isn't it?
Are you sure you've got a problem with that?
You speak.
Always think about possible promos.
Mel, we're going to get you to hang around if that's okay with you.
Please.
We're joined by comedian Mel Buttle, who's doing a couple of shows here at the Regal, right across the road.
Guilty.
Handy.
You've got me out.
It's called Let Me Know Either Way. What's that about, Mel?
Oh, it's just everyone writes it at the end of every email or text. Like,
let me know either way.
Yeah.
Do you want to do brunch still? No pressure. Let me know either way. Absolutely no stress, babe. Kiss, 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 kiss. I'm not coming.
I get that.
I want to do a food podcast and call it Chips for the Table. Because whenever you're out, you always go, someone always goes, Chips for the Table? And everyone goes, Chips for the table.
We'll just get some to share.
I did note on the website that it says definitely this isn't Lynn. This isn't about Lynn.
Oh, no.
And so people bringing their kids along to see Lynn, don't bring your kids. It's a 15-plus show.
Thank you, Nat, for saying this on this widespread medium. I took a photo in Melbourne with a family, and all of the kids had single-digit ages.
Yeah.
And then they saw my show.
And they've heard some stuff, right?
They learnt they would have questions for the car ride home. No, this is my MA 15 plus stand-up. This is adult concepts. Lynn is not I'm
not a part of it.
Not a
Yeah,
part.
right.
No, you've hung up the bathrobe for the purposes
I
of this
have.
one.
Isn't it silly sometimes when our parents get upset about us talking about them publicly? It's not my fault there's a microphone in my face. You know what I mean?
Not true. Sorry, that is true.
Yeah.
And that they let you get away with murder because you used to be able to watch R-rated stuff when you were 10 years of age.
I did.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes, it starts to explain
we were
a lot.
out at the video store one day, Mel, and I said that I wanted to watch a movie, and it was Extra. It was called Extra, and it said the not-so-friendly extraterrestrials just around the time of E.T. So we wanted to watch it anyway. It was the most horrific thing I've ever seen. Mum said, it's not for you. This is too old for you. It's going to be scary. And we said no, and we started crying in the video store. And then she goes, OK, well, you're going to go home and you're going to watch the whole thing. So cue to us. This is real parenting, everybody. Cue to us sitting there in front of the TV, me and my brother, bawling our eyes out, being just shocked by the terrifying things that are happening on there.
Marlene's put toothpicks in your eyes to keep your eyes open.
Put her head in the drawing. She goes, "Don't you look away! You look at the television. You're watching all of it."
Where can I get a copy of her parenting?
And the same happened. I had a cat called Fritz, and then I was at the movie store and I said, "Oh my god, there was a cartoon called Fritz the Cat," and I was like, "Oh my god, Mum, I want to get this." Have you? No?
Yeah.
Yes. And for anyone not listening, Fritz the Cat is a cartoon porn, and I demanded that I get it. Mum made me take it home, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then the worst thing is, my cat Fritz slept next to my head, so that was just. I was like, oh my god, what am going to happen when I close my eyes?
Because you're a parent
gel
now,
for your
right?
hair.
Yes. I'm a mummy.
You've got a baby, yeah.
Yep, legally.
You writing down some tips?
Yes, I think the exposure therapy route's a great
Don't you
idea. Yeah, my mum did it to me. She popped Basic Instinct on when I was 6. Yeah.
And what impact do you think that had on your life?
Oh well, I love the ladies.
Tick, tick.
Yeah.
Cause and effect.
Basic instinct. Wait there. Well, what age did you let your kids watch Kick-Ass?
Oh yeah, they were pretty young.
Oh,
10.
God.
Remember?
Yeah, it was pretty... I thought it was a superhero comedy show.
And then
it's not.
hit girl within the first 5 minutes drops the C-bomb.
And one kid wasn't too happy. He went into another room crying. I was like, oh, jeez.
They're a bit soft these days.
Yeah,
That's
true.
really Marlene going, get back in there and watch that man murder people.
It does get awkward, and you'll find this out. Have you only got one?
Just got
Mel?
the one, yep.
Yeah. So last year we went to Exmouth, and we were in this pub, and they had an open comedy night, and the same deal. So these guys get up, and one bloke in particular was just trying to... He was a local guy, and his comedy was just crude, and he was just basically swearing.
Oh, and there's families everywhere.
Well, it was just us. There was me and goes, this will be interesting. We'll just watch it with the kids. And my youngest was 12 at the time, and some of the stuff, and you don't know what to look because they're looking at you. You're looking at.
My dad would just pretend he didn't know. Go, I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, it took me till I was 26 to. Oh, you do know. You know exactly what goes on. You're like, not sure about what they're talking about there. Not sure. No,
What does that mean? I don't know what that means, darling.
Yeah.
Plausible deniability.
How are kids these days? Do they still get awkward if they're watching a sex scene on TV, on a movie, and their parents are there? Is it still like...
I feel a bit awkward.
Do you feel it's awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you? You would have watched a lot of sex scenes with your parents?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I would go... even a kissing scene on Home and Away.
Yeah.
It was
my
mortifying.
God. Bright red, like... A sex scene, like Dad would just start grunting and going, I better go and get better go and get something. Like Dad would, dads can't handle it.
What was he going to do?
Got to trim that tree. It's 8:30 at night. Yeah.
All right, well, we've covered parenting.
Yes, we have.
That's great.
Let me know either way. Is Mel Buttle Show. It's at the Regal tonight and tomorrow, and we have a double to give away.
Oh, fantastic.
I know.
That's taking money out of her hands.
I know. She's got
a baby.
She's got a baby to feed. You can buy tickets at premier.ticketek.com.au or give us a call now on 13 24 10.
We'll give it a call number 7, please.
Lovely. That's to tonight's show, but you've got 2 shows, one tonight and one tomorrow.
I've got 2 shows. There's only tickets left to the second show. That's the only
right.
ticket.
So we're giving away tickets to a sold-out show.
Probably. Look, I don't work in your marketing department now, but yes, they're very hard to get.
Yes.
There's some small print there. This ticket does not come with a seat. But that's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
only an 2-hour show. It's good for you to stand.
Yeah, that's right.
When
It's
you
good for your
sit all day.
circulation.
Deep vein thrombosis, remember that.
Sit all day. Mel, it's a joy. Thank you for coming back to visit us.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome anytime, and we won't throw a snake at you. Can
Thank
promise you
God.
that.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Nathan, Nat and Sean's McCain Pub Trivia at home.
Nothing special about a quiet night at home with good mates, good times, and a bowl of McCain Pub-style chips. Beg to differ.
All right, here we go. Winter is upon us, and if you're keen for a fun night in, boy, do we have you sorted.
Yeah, a lot of people this week have been registering their name through the Nova Player app, and you should download that anyway, by the way, because it brings you to this situation where you might be playing for $4,000. One question.
It's all thanks to McCain, of course.
Yeah, so we've got a few people that are on the line who have registered, as Nathan said, through the Nova app.
Kylie from Calabaron is up first. Good morning, Kylie.
Good morning, guys. How you going?
Are you in Calabaron right now?
I am.
How is it? Bit chilly?
Cold, yes. Very freezing.
Are you farming folk, Kylie?
Pardon?
Are you farming folk?
No, we're in town.
What do you do in town?
Well, I am currently looking after my parents.
you're right.
You're a good daughter.
Good girl.
Excellent.
Well, then I would like...
don't tell them that.
I would like to give you $4,000, Kylie. We have not given it away all week, henceforth the jackpot
I would love
that we're
to
sitting
take it
at
off
right
you.
now.
One question stands between you and $4,000, Kylie. Are you ready?
Fingers crossed, yes.
All right, your question is... In the movie business, what does CGI stand for?
No idea.
Kylie.
No.
What is
CGI, which is all the special effects, which is
Yes.
computer-generated imagery.
No joy,
CGI.
Kylie.
CGI.
Kylie.
Thank you, Nathan.
We know what? We thought this might happen, so we looked
got
through
some
the
backup.
Nova Player app and we found a whole bunch of names that are just being excited for this to possibly happen.
Like Catherine. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, how you going?
Good,
Hi,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Were you barracking for Kylie to fail?
100%, yes. I was, yep.
And Catherine even more so barracks for all Kylies to fail.
Yeah. Hates Minogue. Hates it with a passion. All right, Catherine, are you ready for your $4,000 question?
I am.
Okay, here it is. Which popular Outcast song features the lyrics "Shake it like a Polaroid picture"?
Shake It Like a Polaroid picture from Outcast. What popular song?
Time's up.
One at a time.
You just repeated the question.
Yep.
Sorry,
I'm
Catherine.
thinking to somebody else. I don't know the answer.
You're so suspicious, Nathan. What about James from Tuart Hill? Can he swoop in and take the $4,000? Morning, James.
Good morning, guys.
James, you're
All
going
right,
to get this
James.
$4,000. I can feel it.
Well, James, you would have seen this around.
Yes. Okay, James. For $4,000,
$4,000, James.
your question is: who will be replacing David Koch as the host of Sunrise?
Matt Shazington.
You've just won
James.
$4,000, James!
$4,000 from McCain. Plus, we're going to sling you $200 worth of McCain pub-style chips as well.
Bit of
James.
cheese.
Oh, my God. Thanks so much, guys.
That's not
So,
bad
James,
effort
where
for
are you? In the
weekend.
toilet or something? What's happening?
Nah, I'm actually currently at work, so,
Were you hiding?
yeah.
Take the rest
I'm
of the
hiding.
day off.
Hey, James, how long
I'll
does
be
it...
taking the week off.
How long does it take for you to make $4,000 at your workplace? A while?
A couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, after tax.
Dude, what are you going to spend it on?
Oh, not sure. Maybe take the missus for a holiday.
Good
Don't,
man.
don't tell her about the money, though.
Oh, no. I'll have to. I think she's listening now, so.
Damn.
Oh, they're in one of those relationships.
Because now,
where
you
they
know
tell
what it
each other
is?
things.
Because,
Sure.
like, if you were just taking her on a holiday, she would have gone, oh, my God, how sweet he saved up for this. Now she's like, he's taking me on a holiday with the free money you won.
It's not the same, is it?
Different.
Nah,
James,
definitely not.
Enjoy the
Thanks
trip
so
away
much.
regardless. Well
I
done.
definitely will.
See, it's that
Thank
easy,
you so much.
everybody.
And everyone should download the Nova Player because there are
Yes.
so many ways to win on that. And like James just discovered then.
Great advice,
$4,000.
Nathan.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're hurt.
As you know, there's been some changes here in WA. One in particular, which is pretty full on.
Do you want to pick me up? Go to the pub and then grab a kebab with me.
Mark McGowan. Now he said I'm done, and we got a new. We don't know if we can call him Daddy yet.
No. We've got a new premier.
We've got a
can
new
call it that.
premier.
Yeah, Roger Cool.
We've got to work out what the
I know what the cute
title is
is.
going to be.
The Cookie Monster.
Yeah, but we've been friends with Mark McGowan? I think
Well,
can we
thought we were
say
friends.
Well,
we thought we
I
were
don't
friends.
think so anymore.
We did the Premier road trip to Collie, where we hung out, the whole time.
He
and we
knows
really got
exactly
to know-
the way that I lost my virginity.
That's right.
He knows every part of it.
He told us some salty stories from the Navy that were a little bit eye-opening.
Yeah, so we've spent some time with him. He's always had a very safe space in here.
I caught up with him at the Million Paws Walk, which was the day before he pulled the pin, and we were having a lovely chat. Introduced me to his son Samuel, his dog, his wife was there. We all had a lovely chat.
Did you say anything? Did you say anything to him that pushed him to the edge?
I didn't, but Lewis did.
I was the opening batsman at the Wacker with him as well. I've never done that with anybody.
No.
And I did that with Mark. So we've spent some time together.
He asked me to open the stadium, which I did. I emceed it.
Yeah.
In their stadium opening.
So anyway, so we've forged a really close relationship with him. So then, of course, when we find out that Mark is leaving politics, and you know what? You've done a stellar job, and I hope you have the most relaxing time ever.
Yes.
We thought, and we heard about the goodbye tour that he's doing.
Yeah.
He's going around saying goodbye to people. We thought, okay, well, we're just waiting for the call.
We thought that our friendship transcended politics. That's the thing. It didn't matter whether he was Premier or not. We were still friends.
Yeah. So we get our producer Amy to say to contact them because we're going, wait, we haven't heard from Mark's people, and we really love to say goodbye to him, and so he can say thank you to our audience as well. We, I'm sure, helped keep him in power.
Oh,
and
yes.
Amy, you reached out to his people, and we're very excited to find out when Mark is going to be on the show.
And they said, no, thank you.
What did they say? What did they exactly say?
So basically, they just replied saying he's done with media engagements.
We're not a media engagement. We're a friendship engagement.
No, we're a media engagement. Yeah, keep going.
And we'll be parking that from, moving forward and get on with his citizen life.
As being just a normal citizen in the Ham,
and that's
down in the Ham.
Can I just say, I've heard about it, but I've never experienced it. And that is being ghosted. I can feel Patrick Swayze's arms around me right now while I'm trying to make this
you
vase.
painted his portrait
out of a meat pie.
What else do you have to do for this man to love us?
And so Mark now has decided that he's done with us and he's left. We don't know. We haven't had the exit conversation. We don't know what we did. We don't know if what he's feeling.
Can we move on with another Premier if we're going to be treated like this?
I'm not letting Roger. I am not.
We're not going to let him get close
letting
now.
little Cookie in my heart. Roger?
Because he's going to hurt us. We'll get hurt again.
I'm putting the lid on the cookie jar.
Wow.
He's not coming into my heart.
You do feel dirty, don't you? Like you need a shower.
Well, sometimes you think that you know what it is? It's your own perspective. You see a relationship, you go with someone and you go, oh my God, yeah, I'm great. And then you find out later on that they never cared. Hit it again.
We need your love.
He's done with the media.
And we're the media. We're it. He just cut us off. That's it. He didn't
you know what I did in that boxing ring in Collie, Mark, and you know how uncomfortable it was for me. But I did it anyway.
And I know what you did with those Swedish sailors in Northbridge too, by the way. I can reveal stories about you, Mark McGowan. Just saying.
Oh, I thought he was talking about. I thought he was talking about Nathan.
I was going to say, now we know where the meatballs come from. So we want to know if you've been in a situation, right? So someone's been part of your life, right? And maybe it was for a long time, maybe it was short and intense, and then suddenly you never heard from them again.
You got ghosted up the wazoo.
Like ghosted right in your face, all over your face.
Is there any other way?
13, 24,
any
10.
other way, Nate?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. We'll have group therapy, everybody. We know what happens.
And you never heard from them again. Who was that person?
The tragic, tragic end.
And please give us an example, or else we look like massive losers.
And Mark McGowan, if you're listening, and now's the time, you feel free to call 13,
if you
24,
know Mark, text him and tell him what's happening right now.
He's done.
No, but like his friend, some friend will text him.
Yeah, there you go. Who? That's what he'll say.
It hurts. It just hurts, you know.
Rita Staffioti listens, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Rita, text Mark.
Reeds, have a word. Nathan, we have a message from Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Alicia has been ghosted by Nathan and Nat.
Oh, why?
in
Tell me more.
2006.
Tell me more.
So Alicia was on leavers break, and we asked for leavers to ring in, so they did, and she thought that they were having the best time ever. She thought it was great, and we asked what they were up to and everything, and said that we'll get them back on. I'll get them to come in when they're back from leavers and everything, and then never heard from us again.
You see, that's not on us, Alicia. We have a thing called a producer who's the gatekeeper between us and people, and if you that's the hurdle you have to get past, and it's a flaming angry hurdle.
Wasn't
That's
Amy
very
back
judgmental.
then. It would have been someone else, but
It would have been
someone's really.
But they're always
Sorry,
the same
Alicia.
type of person.
No.
Because we want to speak and hang out with everyone. It's them that don't allow us to do it.
Yeah, they lock us up, so we can't.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy's in Callaroo. Hello.
Morning.
Morning,
Trace. Did you get ghosted?
I did. So this goes back to high school days.
Yeah.
A girlfriend was a friend through the whole of high school. Left high school, I bought a unit in Osborne Park. She needed somewhere to live. She rented a room from me.
Yeah.
She had the dining room and the lounge suite that she bought to the unit. And she lived with me for a few months, and then one day I came home and there was a post-it note. The furniture had gone, so it was like I'd been broken into.
Yes.
And there was a post-it note to say, won't be home for dinner.
But if ever again, won't be home for dinner ever again, basically.
Yep.
And you never heard from her again?
Never heard from her again. Never saw her again. Never heard from her again.
How much furniture did she take, Trace? I know you said the dining table.
So she had the dining table and the lounge suite. So basically, if you can imagine a villa, you just walk into
that
area. It was empty, so it was like I had been robbed.
So you've come home from
Even
work,
though it
I'm
wasn't my
guessing.
furniture.
I was going to say, I'm guessing you're coming home from work and you just want to lie back in the lounge and watch TV.
And you can't.
Pull up the
She did
cupboard.
leave the TV.
God.
Tracy, how horrible are you to live with?
No.
I don't think I'm that bad, to be honest.
There is
Not
a
that bad.
self-reflection part.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
there?
right. What did I do to drive her away?
But my
Amazing.
thing is what goes through people's brains.
Yes, and also she had to organise that. Like that stuff doesn't fit in your car,
No,
so you've got
so
to
she knew
organise
she was
someone.
going.
Yeah, that's right. That
She
was
knew.
a planned exit.
Yeah.
Won't be home for
Like,
dinner.
won't be home for dinner.
All right,
Extraordinary.
let's
Thanks,
go to
Trace.
Monique in Maddington. Hi, I'm on.
Hi.
All right, Monique. So we've been talking about being massively ghosted. What happened?
Yeah. Well, I lived with next door to my neighbour for nearly 2 years, I think, and we got really close really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, she just stopped all contact. I messaged her asking, what have I done wrong? Got nothing back. Like, we were that close that we would, talk every day. We would go to each other's houses for dinner.
Oh, wow.
Everything. I had my third baby, and she came, the day after. She was there helping with everything.
Yeah.
I commented on her daughter's Facebook status once, and she put an angry face.
So what was the comment?
It was just, because she got her license, congratulations, you got freedom, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Angry face. I was like,
So she's angry about you for something, but she never told you why.
What it was.
And you have no idea what you did.
idea.
And she still
No
lives next
idea.
door?
Pardon?
Is she still your neighbour?
No, she's moved house and everything, and I'm just completely, just stopped all contact.
Just mystified.
Okay.
Just
Everything.
give them a snippet, you know.
I know, or just, if somebody does send you a text and say, what have I done? Well,
Okay,
tell
you
them.
know,
If there's something, tell them.
Monique, what do you think it was? Because do you think it was the comment that you had left and she'd misread it, or do you think it was something before the comment?
I think it was something before the comment.
Okay.
She just stopped everything before that. So I'm assuming, I don't know what's happened, but she just stopped everything.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so confusing because if you have no point of reference of what has gone wrong and then they leave forever, that is a question that you cannot Google.
Well, that's
which is weird for us nowadays.
Tracy's case as well. Where just somebody's living there the whole time, then just leaves and doesn't tell you why. Or
are you listening to this, Mark McGowan?
See how you make us feel. Thanks, Monique. Stacey, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, okay. We're upset and hurt.
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah, same.
What happened?
So I became friends with a work colleague. So we were both working as nurses quite a few years ago. And both of us went on to become midwives. And nobody had kids at this stage. So we were all working together, having a great time. We became really good best friends.
Yeah.
I actually lived with her for a little while as a housemate.
I love
then
that.
went on to deliver her first baby.
Oh, yes.
When it was
You know
born.
intimately
So
then.
you're linked forever, right? Yeah.
Yes, literally linked forever. So that was all fine. I didn't have any kids, so we were still best friends. Spent heaps of time together, family holidays, seeing each other all the time.
Yeah.
Then I moved house and moved in with my partner at the time, and sort of things got a bit busier, and we saw a little bit less of each other, but still, fairly often.
Yeah.
And then, as sort of maybe 6 or 12 months later, the messages from her kind of got less frequent, and I was kind of trying to call her, message to catch up, and she just said, I'm busy, whatnot. And then there was one day when she just sort of sent me this really long message about catching up, but then that was it. There was no replies. And I couldn't get hold of her, and I thought, oh, my gosh, is she okay? Went to visit her house. No one was there, or like she didn't answer the door or whatever. And I got a letter in the post, in the post box.
I'm so excited.
Saying, you have to accept that we can no longer be friends.
What?
It is what it is. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. It doesn't tell you anything.
What is what? What is what?
That's worse.
I don't know.
Telling you nothing.
What is
We
what?
can no longer be friends.
It is what it is, Sean.
I mean, and I'm sure, you know what, when people, I understand when things are what they are, but what are they?
It's usually obvious
I don't know.
that it is what it is.
So
Stacey.
that was it. That was it.
It is what it is.
Like, give me a hint.
It is
like,
what
was
it
it
is.
just our lives are too busy, or since you got a partner, I never see you anymore? And which,
No, I have no idea. I have no clue.
You know what,
it is
though?
what it is.
And this seems like if you right now are wanting to break up with your partner,
Yes, there's
and
your
you
answer.
need a reason. This is the reason.
Write
You
the
go,
letter.
We've got to break up. It is what it is.
That's what it is.
It's what it is.
She went to the effort of writing a letter and then not providing any answers whatsoever.
context,
If I will die laughing next week if we
amazing.
get a message from Mark
Yes.
saying it is what it is. At least it's wrapped it up.
At least it's something. Yeah,
Because,
that's right.
it was what it was.
Yeah, it was.
It was great, and now it's done.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.